Well, hello everyone. Here's some trees that I found on Etsy and 3D printed. I think I got like four of these, but I'm only going to be able to use three of them. Here's one that's already started to get painted. It's coming out good. And then I got a couple of these smaller ones, or just different trees. These I actually scaled up. They were probably only maybe this high, so I scaled them up just a little bit. And I printed these with the filament printer, which I kind of like. The build lines actually add like almost like bark line, growth lines. These I did in resin because it just does it quicker, prints them quicker, and they came out nice. They got some cool little like splits in the tree. Um, Here's a bigger one that I did in resin. I still got to paint. It only has one coat on it. It's got a nice big split in the tree there, but it's going to be cool. I'm going to get rid of the one split in the river because I really need some more real estate. So that's something I'm going to change. It's a moisture evaporator. So I got quite a few. I mean, here's the resin ones before I started painting them. Same thing with this one. Here's one with a big chunk taken out of it. They call it like a lightning strike. I'm going to call it where the walkers walk through. And then maybe I'll just try to see if I can split off one of these branches. Whether I print a whole one and then just break it off, or see if I can actually take the file and split a branch off. But I haven't been getting as much done on this as I've been wanting to. A, researching, and B, printing time and all that stuff, and just haven't been feeling that great. Got this cough that I can't seem to get rid of. So it's been kind of keeping me down. But I got all the people I think that I want to use printed. Here's quail with a blurg. Is that what they are? I forget. He printed out so nice. So I'm going to have him in there. Trying to throw some little iconic little one-off kind of things that you won't see in most, most people go with the main characters or older characters, but he was a cool character, I think. One of the, cooler characters that came out of The Mandalorian. So I figured, why not? He came in that print file, so I was like, yeah, I'll have him coming trotting up the river. But yeah, I think where it Y's like this and comes in and goes down, I'm going to get rid of this one here because I want to put that one big tree right there. I want to use it and really need real estate because with these trees down, it's not leaving a lot for all the soldiers and stuff. And then I have all kinds of other trees besides these. These are just to give some good trunk structure where the other trees that I might make or that I already have that are pre-built kind of trees, they're not going to have much of a stem, and this is going to give me that jungly kind of root systems and stuff like that. So that is awesome. But I'm going to keep on printing or painting. Got to paint that big resin one yet. I got a small resin one yet to paint, at least with this first coat of brown. And you are totally have to get covered. And then since I just wanted to use up my gray filament, I did the bottom in gray, and then when it ran out, I came home, it ran out, so then I switched over to the white. So this white's taking a little more time to cover. I got all these people to try to fit in here too. Got some stormtroopers there, all doing different things. Those guys are cool. We got that, which he's not gonna stay on that little flimsy piece of. They had a thin string going from the base to this. This is that seeker droid that floats around. So I'm gonna have him floating around. I also printed up some, cases to lay around, like their armament cases. And whatever this thing is. Another type of box case. I printed 2 of those up. Oh, here we got the, well, he lost his antenna. So that's what that was holding. But that's okay. Like I said, some of these I can just drill a little hole and stick a piece of wire in there. But here's that other droid from Empire Strikes Back. The probe droid that found them on Hoth. And I think I'm going to have him crashed. Like he originally found the base and radioed it in. Here's a stormtrooper with a heavy, like, multi-fired, like, spinning barrel gun. That's cool. We got here. Here's another stormtrooper. Trying to find some other. I got a lot. There's a lot more stormtroopers. Here we got a stormtrooper with a rocket launcher. There's another one taking a shot. So I got a lot of troopers, and I don't have to use all of them. But I got lots in different positions, so they're not all just standing there the same. And I got some different alien rebels. Got him. Oh, I got a scout trooper. And then there's this sled with like supplies. Here's another scout trooper. He's got a rifle. We got a stormtrooper here with some type of backpack. I don't know what he's got on there. And we got Darth Maul. I might fit him in there somewhere. Even his spikes came out good, even at that scale. The horns. Yeah, so we're going to have Darth Maul. I'm only going to have 2 force-wielding people on here. We got Ahsoka, so she's going to be the other one. Instead of having like Luke and Vader and all the normal people, they're in other, you know, things I have. Like the Darth Vader's in my Tidarian shuttle, and for my D. Augustine Falcon, I might see if I can print some Luke's and Han's and Obi-Wan's that I can put in there. But it looks like we got Ahsoka, and I'm going to say that's Boba Fett. Another little short alien, I forget their names. And we got this Greedo kind of guy. I think I have 2 different versions of him. Yeah. There's that one holding the gun there, and the other one has a gun holding up this way. And then there's the actual Mandalorian. I picked this one to print because he has his rifle out. I printed Chopper, so there's a droid. And he would be kind of normal. Here's a female stormtrooper. I don't know if we paint her chrome like that chrome one. But she had more of the First Order helmet. Or this has got the original series. And here's another stormtrooper, which I've seen if I can break them off the base. But yeah, so I got plenty of people. And like I said, I don't have to use them all. But it'd be nice to. There's plenty of places that I can have them like they're hiding and coming around. Plus I have the other troops that I bought that are printed. And then I have a moisture evaporator, which it broke its top off, so I got to glue that back down on. And I'm going to stick that somewhere and just pretend that it's, you know, not only does it take for farming moisture, like in a desert where it takes moisture out of the air. I think that's the premises of them. But it can actually take water and purify it in a nasty jungle. Yeah, so I had a cool stump. Maybe I'll print another one of these a little shorter. But I'm going to have that like where the AT comes in and is going to be standing like there was a tree there, but he either shot it, or do I print a smaller version of these trees and have it fallen over. I don't know. We'll decide. Well, okay. I think the trees are where I need them to be. I painted them a dark brown, just a generic dark brown, and then I used Delco Arts, what is it, honey brown? and misted it lightly with that, and then hit it with a brown wash. So that's where I'm at on the trees, and they're looking pretty good. Went in and painted these are broken ones, so I went and painted the inner wood a lighter color, and then hit them all with a wash. I think what I'm going to do here, I'm going to make it look like the walkers came in this way down the river. So this one's broken and that one's broken when the AT-AT gets in here. This one I'm not sure, and here's a stump, which is kind of cool. I'm not sure if I'm going to have that as like it was cut down, because it's quite a flat top, so it looks like it would be cut down. So maybe we'll leave it like that, I don't know, and just do lower shrubs that he can stand over. But I need some branches, so it looks like branches were broken off. So I think either I'm just going to take one of these files and just find one that kind of matches that diameter, or these, and just slice one of these branches off, and then kind of have them laying down like it got shot or broken off when the walkers were coming through. But I'm kind of liking this layout. We'll have this guy here. Also, the river part here, there's actually a part I was going to have the river kind of Y through here, which it's kind of neat, but it doesn't give you a whole lot of real estate. Once you put the walker here and the AT-AT and the AT-ST, it doesn't leave you a lot, and I got a lot of people, so I'm thinking about putting this one here, filling this in, and putting this guy here. That way I have another spot for trees, but then I can have, some people standing down in here too. It's, kind of like a 6 one half dozen the other. I don't know. There's nowhere else to put them. I had the walkers on here to see how things would fit. And then, the AT-ST is going to take this, and then I want to have the E-Web here, and then some troops, and then some troops coming this way. And I'll maybe even put a couple in the river, like they're coming down the river too. Just like I have Quail here, but I might have him trotting up the river to come help everybody else out. But the next thing is I might start getting all these characters painted. So this project's going to take a while. Well, like I said, and there's so much going on. Got birthday parties during the weekend where I can really get some work done, because during the weekdays it's hard working in the day and then trying to get some stuff done. And now springtime's coming, so it's time to get some stuff done outside. And it's been hard to try to get in here and actually do stuff. Just even painting these trees took a while. Especially these filament printed. The resin ones weren't so bad. These short ones and this big one here. But the filaments take a little more because they're so, they just kind of like absorb. Plus I printed them, used up my gray here and then used up the white. The white takes a while to cover. I also put a black wash in the openings in the trees, the splits, which kind of give it a little bit of a shadowing. So this is going to be cool, so I really want to take my time on it. Should get a wash or something going on here in this building. And then I got to get these guns painted up here. But I think the best way to attack this is to get these trees planted. We got some terrain issues, me just being hazmatic on the first coat of this plaster. I just kind of made some lumpy spots on purpose, but not really thinking of my tree layout because I wasn't even sure what trees I was going to use. And I really love these 3D printed trees. It makes a huge difference. Sometimes I'll go out and just grab sticks, real sticks, and then glue, the greenery to them. But this gives so much more character. And the biggest thing is these awesome gnarly roots that come down. That really sells it as a jungle type thing. And they're old and decrepit trees. So we'll just sit here and figure out where they're going to sit, and then I'll just chip away any of the plaster that's in the way, and then we can touch up. And then get these planted on some level, planted and glued down on some level surfaces. And then what I'm thinking, you know, a lot of these guys, they have bases on them. Because I think they're for... Oh, you lost a little bit of your antenna. It's so tiny and fragile, I'm amazed they made it that long. I'll have to be careful or I'll stick guitar strings in there. But I don't know if it's going to be how easy it's going to be to get these guys off the bases. Especially if somebody like him who's just really his robe goes all the way to the ground, so he's just a solid piece. I could probably, you know, use my cutting Dremel and cut around them. But I think I'm going to leave them on their little bases. And then where I figure out where I'm going to put them, I'll clean a spot. And leave them on there and try to get these so they're not hidden. And then I'm going to use, I saw one guy who did landscape, he used like ground up bark and then some PVA glue, some brown and green paints he mixed all together, and some water, and I think he got little sticks and stuff and made this big slushy thing of bark chunks and sticks and little twigs that you could chop up. And then he made it, you know, added water, added, you know, some glue, and put that around, you know, and with the paint it gives it the color you want, and put that around. So I think that's what I'm going to do to really make things kind of blend in. And I might do that around those guys. I'm going to try it with coffee grinds. I think I'm going to try it with coffee grinds. That'll give a little bit of that dirty grit and a little bit of color from the coffee. Well, I probably don't even have to use as much paint mixed in with the glue, and I think that'll be good. And then from there, we'll do that everywhere on the land, but especially if I get these figures down and in their spots and glued, I can just go right around them. And then if there's any of this platform that's sitting a little, you won't, hopefully it'll hide it and it looks like they're just staying on the ground. And then we can do the, you know, the grass flocking and shrubs and stuff like that. I think if I get the trees down and these guys down, then I can start worrying about the coverage with that stuff. And try to, you know, get it right up in between the roots of the trees and all that. I think that would be the best plan of attack, is to get all them down. But we got to get these guys painted, and I got a lot of them. And like I said, I'm not sure if I'm going to use everybody. There's a lot of them in there. I'd like to use everybody. And they're just going to people up on the mountains. Ahsoka I'm probably going to have up here on the top of the building, looking down. Maybe have Darth Maul somewhere here where she can see him. So there's a lot of hand painting these little figures, so it's going to take a long while. So I don't even know when this video is going to be posted, because I'm not going to rush it. I might start posting my boy, do I start with the Sandcrawler or the Star Destroyer? Star Destroyer, I'm at a point of doing all the fiber optics. A couple more not real fun photo etch pieces to do. The trash compactor area, or the trash chute. I got to do that, and then so I can light that. And I got to do probably even the least amount of fun is those shield generators on the top of the bridge. But this is where we're at. I think what I'm going to start doing is painting some of these figures. I might start working on the Stormtroopers, since they are all going to be white with black detail. As far as the guns, their joints, their eyes. But they're mainly white, so I can do a massive white spraying of them. Just get them all taped down on a surface and spray them all down. So that saves me time on them, because they're just all white. And then I can paint up, like I said, then I can paint up the detail that's on their armor. The rest of these guys are going to take some time, because I want them to look good. And I got to do research, like what color outfit does this guy have? I know he's a green skin, but what color outfit is he? And same thing with Quail. Or Quinn? Quail? Quinn? He looks really good. So I want to look on Mandalorian and see what the color of the outfit he has on here. And, you know, the saddle and everything he has on there. And we can hide his platform, because we'll hide it in the water we decide to use. But what I should do tonight is so it'll dry and I can keep moving forward is get this filled in. I think that's best. I mean, I really do like it. And when I'm looking up at the camera here, it just gives some, you know, like this looks like an island or a section. And then what, like I said, we got a bunch of other little trees, tropical brushes. I mean, it's gonna be a chaos. It's probably gonna take longer. Actually, it will take longer than the building of the model itself. And I'm learning this stuff, so I'm not really fast, so I'm doing research. And like I said before, I'd rather take my time and try to do this one decently. But I will be back when we have something more new to show.